Oh yes, folks, it's the WC, man. Yes, it is. A few weeks after E3, all the stuff is based, all the dust has now settled. And the WC is back to do what I said I was going to do. And show the community firsthand what kind of company EA Sports is. And the type of things that EA Sports does with their products. And why people just refuse to call these people out on the stuff that they do. Now, let me say this as a disclaimer, alright? Anybody that's first coming to my channel, alright, you know, it's clear as day that I do not like EA Sports and their business practices or their games to a certain extent. Now, let me go on record in saying that Madden 2008, for what it was, despite the glitches and despite the things that were completely terrible with it, it was a great game to play. Because it had the fun factor in it. Alright? And as you can see on the screen, it's the wide receiver weapons tool that they had in Madden 2008. You can see it. The fast route receivers, the spectacular catch receivers, the possession receivers who probably won't be in this trailer right here. You can also see the shutdown corners and the lockdown corners. All this stuff is being promoted in the 2016 game, folks. What year did this game come out? 8 years ago, right? 2008. So why is EA taking products and basically repackaging it 8 years later? And nobody has a problem with this, right? They took these features out of the game after the, you know, after the 09 season and said, okay, it's still there, but it's just not, you know, as prominent as it probably should have been. Alright, you want to know why I like the weapon system in Madden 2008? Because number one, it identified who the most important players on the field were. It basically, if you picked a team that didn't have only had like a few weapons, then you had to play towards your weapons. So let's say if you had like an offensive lineman that was basically maybe a left guard that was a good pass protector but wasn't necessarily a good, you know, what is it called, run blocker, then maybe you should probably pass to that side of the field, to that wide receiver. You understand what I'm trying to say? Or bring receivers in motion to that side of the offensive line, where that, you know, offensive tackle or guard was on that side of the offensive line. It was a strategy based thing. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those situations where if you picked a team like the Broncos back in 2008, they had a couple of spectacular catch receivers. You didn't really have to do too much. Cutler had a cannon for an arm. And then Brandon Marshall was a spectacular receiver, so it was almost like it was unstoppable if you picked the Denver Broncos in 2008. But it was a strategy in which, if you picked the Denver Broncos, then you had, you know, if somebody picked the Denver Broncos, then somebody had to pick basically the best team, the best defense on the game, or maybe they would have to pick maybe like the Steelers or something to kind of counter them with Palomalu. So if they go up for the spectacular catch, Palomalu could come down and take his legs out and basically the ball. I mean, it was a strategy game. Madden 2008 was more so of a strategy game. Are they trying to introduce strategy more so into the game of football than to just say, okay, here's a bunch of players, here's a bunch of plays, run a couple plays, that's it? Because Madden 2008, you couldn't throw to Champ Bailey in Madden 2008 for the most part, because he was a lockdown QB. Not QB, but CB. You couldn't throw to his side of the field. And that's something that they're trying to incorporate into this year's game. So some people will look at this as me saying, okay, you know, are you complaining that they're putting these features back? Or are you saying that this is something that they needed to put in the game? No, I'm saying that it shouldn't have been taken out of the game to begin with. And then now they're trying to market it as it's something brand new. This is not brand new, folks. All you got to do is just, if you got a copy of Madden 2008, just go ahead and play that game. You don't need to pay another $60, alright, to EA Sports for products that you already have in your house. For games that you already have in your house. For features in games that they're trying to rehash 8 years later. Why did they take it out of the game to begin with? You can say 7 years later. Why did they take it out of the game to begin with? As a matter of fact, in Madden 2009, the weapon system was terrible. I don't know what they did to it, but you know, from 09 to 08, but it completely messed up the game. It was one of the worst things about the game. Speed receivers were slow. You know, smart QBs didn't show the play art for the you know, for the defenses after the defenses kept running the same play the entire game. The dynamics of it, the mechanics of it in 2009, it was broken. 2008, it was correct. I don't know why, you know, they messed up this feature, and now they're trying to put this feature back into the game 8 to 9 years, what, 8, 7, 6 something years later. Like, come on, folks. Come on, you guys. I mean, this video can't get a dislike. This video can't get a dislike because you guys see it. I wanted to make sure I pulled up the trailers, that I went deep down into my computer and dust off the trailers to show you folks that this was something that was in the game last generation, and now they're trying to rehash it and sell it to you again for 60 bucks. Why? Why would they do that? Do they think that we don't know their products? Do they think that we haven't played these games? Come on, man. Odell Beckham, spectacular catch. On Madden 2008, he would be a spectacular catch receiver. A small. I'm gonna tell you like this: he's not necessarily as tall as like a Plaxico Burress was, or maybe like a Brandon Marshall is, or anything like that. But he still would have been considered a spectacular catch receiver. You know what I'm saying? Chad Johnson was on what, the brink of being a spectacular receiver, but he was a good route runner back in 2007. So they made him a quick route receiver, and he had a little bit of spectacular catch to him. I mean, it's just like, you folks got to understand, these are features that EA are taking out of their game and putting back. Madden 2008 made you respect the dynamics of the football game. There were still glitches in the game. The direct snap glitch, the wide receiver double pass glitch. There were still glitches in these games. A lot of these games that EA basically are putting out has glitches in them. The 2016 version of the spectacular catch has the wide receiver down by contact. I'm pretty sure that you guys already see that glitch. And let's see if these people are brave enough. Let's see if these people are aware enough to fix it. Let's see if they fix that before they release the game. Because when a wide receiver makes a catch in the NFL, he's not down by contact. He can get up and he can run a little bit. This video, the purpose of this video is basically to expose Madden 16 as a recycled, rehashed idea with the spectacular catch, wide receivers, all this other garbage. You see it on the screen. I'm not making this up. Alright, this is stuff that you see on the screen. This is a feature that was in the Madden 2008 game, and they're rehashing it. Why'd they take it out of the game to begin with? I just basically wanted to do this video to make sure that I showed the community the real, and to identify that with the products that they're basically putting out right now, promoting it as, oh, now you can go up and do spectacular catches and make great catches like you did in Madden 2008. Okay, so why did you take it out to begin with? And I'm gonna tell you like this: I wish I could pull up like a clip of these players that's going up for these balls. The stuff looks like it's glitched out already. The wide receivers, not the wide receivers, but the cornerbacks look like they're just defenseless. In Madden 2008, there was respect for the QBs, not the QBs, but the CBs. I keep saying QBs. I don't know why. But come on, folks. Like, you guys see this stuff on the screen. It's indisputable evidence that the recycling features. Let me know how you guys feel down below. It's the WC, man. I mean, I really don't know what to say. I mean, everything that you need to see is on this screen right here. It just lets you know that this product is not exactly what they're saying that it is. It's nothing brand new. It's nothing brand new. and they did it right. They look, they got the spectacular catch concept and, you know what I'm saying, the weapons concept correct in 2008. All it needed was just a little bit of polishing, and then they completely messed it up in 2009, and then it disappeared in 2010. So basically in 2009, this franchise just started to go completely downhill. Let me know what you guys feel about this. You know, maybe the spectacular catch and all this other stuff will be you know, respected in the 2016 product. We can't say because we don't have a product yet, but at first glance it looks terrible. So it's the WC, man. Big hits, man. I'm gonna leave the video now, and until next time, folks, peace out.